Hello and welcome to another insightful look at our world and the truth that lies just beyond our eyes. Today I haven't much time, so I want to jump right into our thoughtful discussion. There's been much talk about the apparent retrograde motion that we see with both Mars and Mercury. And of course scientists and disbelievers will have you believe that this is caused by Earth's lapping of these said planets, or vice versa. Now, in terms of Mars, this happens every 2 years. But the truth behind this, people, is that all celestial bodies are connected by underlying landmass, and this is something that they want to keep from you. Photographs that were taken in 1946 with V-2 rockets at an altitude of around 65 miles showed deceptive disk-like and isolated sky areas over White Sands, New Mexico, and adjacent territories. These rocket camera photographs at greater altitude hold most sensational confirmation of physical continuity that the stars and planets are connected luminous celestial sky areas, okay, with underlying land. This is not 1927, people. We've advanced. The existence of world beyond the poles has been confirmed by U.S. naval expeditions during the 89 years since then. Alright? It's just that simple, people. We do not need to question it. And also think of this, disk-like and isolated sky areas. Emphasis on disk-like. What do we know from previous studies that, excuse me, that the Holy of Holies lays at the center of the dish, okay? Disk-like. So this kind of just perpetuates that knowledge that we know we can confirm the existence of the disk. I also want to bring your attention to something that I recently discovered in my studies, and I want to ask you this. In terms of pelagic sharks, I talk a lot about the Ethernet and the information highway and how we've created a very real and factual one, but there is also nature's Ethernet and nature's informational highway. And one of the great mortar workers of this information highway of nature is the pelagic sharks of the world. Emphasis on the great white sharks. Now let me ask you this: have you ever seen a great white shark in an aquarium? I myself have been to Marine World in Toronto, Ontario. But have you ever been to Marine World or Sea World or any aquarium of the sorts? And have you ever seen a great white? I'll tell you, you most likely have not. And you may have seen nurse sharks or possibly zebra sharks, sometimes sand tiger sharks, but very, very rarely will you meet a person who's seen a great white. And that's because it just doesn't happen. During the 70s, 80s, and 90s, many aquariums tried to keep great whites alive and in their aquariums, but the longest ones lasted just 16 days. It wasn't until 2004 when the Monterey Bay Aquarium managed to keep one for 6 months, but it was a massive effort, and it's yet to be replicated. Sharks aren't meant to be kept in captivity, and especially not pelagic sharks. Sharks, like all fish, they need to have water constantly passing through their gills in order to get oxygen. Most other fish are able to open and close their mouths, kind of working as a pump to flow water through their gills, but sharks, among with some other species, aren't able to do that. They have to keep moving, just like the information highway. They have to keep moving, just like the Ethernet. They have to keep moving. They have to keep pushing. It's very important that you realize that these pelagic sharks are part of that very real, very factual information highway that spreads out across our natural plains. The thing is sharks have been here since the times of the dinosaurs. They've outlasted all 5 major extinctions, and that's because they are direct descendants of the celestial beings, the Anunnaki themselves. They bring forth light and information to future generations. It's very important that you realize this, people. Now, when Mercury is closest to Earth, you must understand here that the planets are connected. So this is just a holographic hallucination, if you will. But scientists say that when Mercury is closest to Earth, that it is more than 6,000 times the diameter of Earth away from us. And people, I'm here to tell you that that's simply not true. Mercury is no more than 4,600 nautical miles from the South Pole, and you could factually and very probably reach Mercury within the span of no more than a day. This is something that they want to hide from you people. This is something they don't want you to be aware of. When you restore your hymen, you become aware of these things. You see the dish, you see the center of the dish, and you realize how close it is. And I'm here to tell you that you need to wake up. Take your bare feet, place them on dry soil. If you're not in a place that has dry soil, go buy some soil from the local hardware store, or you can go to a plant depot. I'm sure they'll have it. Buy some soil and recreate it in your backyard. Look up to the sun and spill your blood over your intent, and then you'll be free. Your hymen will be restored, and you will be able to see things as you were meant to be seen. Because humans are very magical. We do have electricity coursing through our bodies, as well as the Great White. We also are part of this information highway, this naturous Ethernet, and so it's very important that we embrace our inner souls and our inner, if you will, computer. Our inner mechanism that allows us to branch out to other species and to other organisms, and that will lead us to the center of the dish. Grab your compass and look at it. It's pointing right towards the center of the dish, and we can get there, people. You just have to restore your hymen, and you'll be freed. I mean, the trees go on forever. It's the land of perpetual twilight, and I can't think of anything that would be more beautiful. You know, it's not a religious thing. It's not a scientific thing. It's a very factual and real thing. Everything else they're telling you people is a lie. So that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed our session. I hope you enjoyed some of this Witcher 3 gameplay. It's a masterpiece of art I rather enjoy. Remember, as always, smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't checked out the Young Humanist channel, go ahead and do that. Of course, my Patreon, patreon.com/Flat Earth Andrew is always open. And I thank you for your time. And remember, real eyes realize real lies. And it's important that you open your mind's eye and see that. So thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace be upon you. And one love to all. Goodbye, everyone.